Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Amumu in the jungle and showing you how to carry with the best build and runes possible. Currently, Amumu is one of the best junglers in the game, currently at the number 2 spot, right behind Maokai for Iron through Platinum. Kind of crazy because for the past couple of seasons, he's generally been a top 20, top 30 jungler, fairly unplayable. So right now, it's a perfect time to play and pick him up because he's actually basically OP in my opinion. He's so easy to play. He's hard to out team fight, especially with them nerfing tenacity is a big part of why he's so strong right now. Plus with them nerfing Jackshow for bruisers and buffing it for tanks. Jackshow being one of his best items makes it much easier for him to kill bruisers. They have less tenacity. They're also not as tanky because Jackshow bruisers don't really want to take it anymore. For this 65% win rate build on Amumu, you're going to want to rush Sunfire Aegis first, into Jackshow, into Demonic, and we'll be nice and happy for runes. Conquer, Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand. Cheap Shot, Ultimate Hunter for team fights, attack speed, AP, and armor. Ignite, I would say, is pretty important if you don't want to die in your jungle to the enemy jungler invading you. For example, a Warwick, Rengar, Lee Sin. As long as you have decently high HP, if you do have Ignite, that should have killed it. That's very strange. If you do have Ignite, you'll be able to kill them or at the very least deter them from messing with you. Because Ignite is a big chunk of damage and heal cut. Big chunk. Go ahead and turn off our W here. Very nice. We'll go ahead and do our full clear. I worded opposite side. Rengar is not going to likely kill us in an invade. Very unlikely. Against junglers who may want to invade you, you want to start on your red buff regardless of the side. Because what they want most is your red buff. Red buff does damage, is a slow. And a lot of self-healing involved with it as well. Red buff is way more important than blue buff for aggressive junglers. The only jungler in the game who actually needs blue buff is Hecarim and Karthus. That's pretty much it. Everyone else can maintain full mana just by being in the jungle or river areas from your jungle item, restoring your mana like you see here. 10 mana back per second. Literally, our W only costs 8 per second, so go ahead and use a Q. Mix it in. Go and smite this just in case Rengar comes up, and we're gonna pull this away from where he's likely gonna be. He's not likely gonna invade here into this tri-brush. Auto attack E, auto attack Q. I already used my potion, but generally you should wait till you're finished your last camp because whenever you kill the large monster in the camp, it heals you more the more HP and mana you're missing. It is 322 when we finished Gromp. So with a leash, you should be able to finish pre 330, which means you'll get a scuttle on time. Max your E first, Q second, and W last. Teemo got away. He has flash and ghost. I'm trying to decide if I can do anything there. Rengar died for it. That's really bad for them because now I get double scuttle. We have an Elise mid who seems to be doing rather well into a Zerath. Kind of interesting. Elise has a lot of burst early on because she has so many abilities to use. I don't think her spider form costs mana either, so she can spam in that form without really running dry. Move is pretty much always full clear in the gank. You want to get as much XP as possible so you can get your level 6, which is where he truly shines. Q onto her, get her with my ignite. Got the Caitlyn again. Very nice. You want to be as close as possible when you use your Q. That way they have less time to dodge it. Your Q does have a travel time, just like a normal projectile, such as a Lux Snare, Morgana Snare, or even a ranged auto attack. There they were stacked up, so I threw it centered, knowing I would hit one of them. I didn't really care which one I hit there necessarily. I guess ideally I would have gone on Soraka, because Soraka can't heal herself the same way she heals her teammates. First back, get as much of your Sunfire as you can afford. If you can't afford Balmy Cinder, getting 2 Ruby Crystals sucks because it doesn't do any damage. It's not going to speed up your clear. So instead, at that point, just grab Boots and as much of it as you can afford. But since I could get Balmies, it'll speed up my clears. I don't necessarily have to get Boots here. I could have gone bot side to full clear up. My Gromp's about to spawn in, so I figured I would gank top because Teemo is on a freeze type of position here. He's at least looking like he wants to try to freeze it. Gromp will be up here in a moment. We can full clear down. Sejuani went mid. So I will go and farm instead of waiting for someone who isn't coming back to lane. Yeah, he's gonna hold a perma-freeze. She's in trouble. Teemo top with Flash Ghost is actually really scary. In fact, I'd say any range top lane with Flash Ghost is scary to play against. It looks like they fixed the monsters that you can actually CC them out of auto attacks, and they can't auto attack you while they're being hard CC'd. That makes me really happy. Another point into our E gives you some damage reduction. It's physical damage. Every monster and minion in the game does physical damage except for Gromp. And every champion has auto attacks that do physical damage, so Amumu E makes him rather tanky. They get the dragon. I don't want those minions to see me, but generally going camp to camp, you should use your Q to get there a little bit faster. I would have cut it tighter. It's just those minions were there and I didn't want them to get vision. As a jungler, if you're not getting a kill, the enemy should not know where you are. If you think you're going to get a kill out of a situation and they see you, that's fine, but just randomly letting them know, hey, here I am. You want to try to avoid that as much as possible. All right, we're almost level 6. Pre 7 minutes into the game with only one successful gank. Pretty solid. Hitting level 6 pre 7 minute 30 is a big deal for a level 6 spiker like Amumu. Walk her down. Ooh, she's slowed. We land the Q, auto attack E. I don't want to R because I already know she doesn't have flash. Notice how I held on to my Q for a long time. When they know you have your Q, they'll juke back and forth and you can literally just run them down just like that, like we did there. We almost got close enough to hit her with an R, nearly. Oh wait, Rengar's here. Again with my R, auto attack Q, down he goes. Notice how I didn't R and then immediately hit him with Q because we want to spread out our stuns for as long as possible. So by hitting him with an R, auto attack E, then using Q, R had almost ended, and then it made sense. I also still had my ignite. He was only level 5, so he couldn't really do anything there. What I wanted to do was kill their bot lane in between turret by staying here and then killing them. Like outside of turret range, like here with my bot lane, but Rengar showed up because he started bot side, so this camp's gonna be up. Most junglers, 9 out of 10 games, will start with their bot lane for the best leash possible, which is obviously what he did. Path into his top gank. I have red buff healing me back 10 health per second out of combat. I could actually stay bot side here and probably get a kill out of it, or I could reset. I'm really close to Sunfire though. I wish Seraphine didn't back. I know she was low mana, but she had enough for an ability or two. Looking at them, they both have tier 1 boots. I'll just go for this Soraka. Walk around that. Line Q. Get my... just line it up here when she nets. Yeah, she can't kill me. I was thinking about using Ignite. They just don't have the damage. I have to reset though. Rengar's going to be around level 6. Use sweep or make sure there's nothing in the bush. I would have had to use Ignite if Elise wasn't there so we could secure the kill as fast as possible. We can get Sunfire now. We still don't have boots, which sucks. The latest you want to ever get boots on pretty much any champion is after your first full item. And that's a little on the late side. So we really need to get boots, but preferably tier 2 boots now. I typically like to get boots before I finish my first full item because walking around the map bootless feels really bad. We'll go ahead and leave this right here. Make sure our top laner doesn't get dove. They just got Herald, so the odds of him getting dove is high, or them coming in deep on him. My R is about to be up. We should look for a gank here. That would make the most sense. Auto attack E. Scuttlecrap's coming up over here. Having your smite ready to slow enemy champions once you remove 20 from your jungle item is really good, because if they're slowed, chances of them getting out of the way of your Q skill shot is much lower. I only have one charge of Q right now, so I'm not going to waste it on Scuttle. We need it for the gank. Sejuani, no Merc Treads. She has no Precision Tree. Precision Tree and Merc Treads is typically what you're looking for to know how long your CC is going to last, because Precision Tree has Tenacity rune they can take. Not, ooh. Ooh, my friend, you're ignited. Yeah, he's dead. I don't really want to use R on her here. She's super tanky. Super tanky. I'll go ahead and farm this instead. It's not worth dying for it. Absolutely not worth it. She's playing heavy for that, man. Just kind of forcing my hand a little bit here. I'll just leave my W on, walk her down. Get her with QR, down she goes. I mixed in an E before I used my R there. Or I should say, yeah, I think I did. I think I QE'd R'd her there. Could have just walked her down, pressed R. No skill shot required, but she pinned herself in between the turret and the wall, so it wasn't really a skill shot. She had nowhere to juke to unless she like flashed or something. Go and get our tier 2 boots against their team. It's actually a really tough call. I think I should go Merc Treads. The reason why I'm thinking Merc Treads is they're too physical and too magic damage, but Caitlyn and Rengar are really far behind. Sedge and Xerath are more fed. So Sedge, Xerath, Soraka are AP. They have basically 2.5 AP because Soraka's only doing so much damage. And then they have 2 physical, but the 2 physicals are behind to where, already have armor on Sunfire. And physical damage reduction on E. I'd rather have Merc Treads for the magic resist, plus Soraka Snare, Soraka slow, Kate Snare. Xerath slow, Xerath stun. Rengar slow, Rengar snare. Sejuani slow and double stun. We can start getting these dragons. Seraphine's dead, so I don't want to kill them in between turret here. It wouldn't make sense. I could probably just take dragon. Never solo a dragon on Amumu if you're not at least level 6 and up. And ideally, you want to have Sunfire. Sunfire helps out quite a bit. Look how easily we're able to solo this. We're not even really taking damage from it. Doesn't seem to be warded. I could solo Kate and Soraka at the same time if I have my R and Ignite. I think Soraka just laid a defensive ward. The control ward's top side. I'll leave it right here. You guys are about to die. Timo doesn't need help anymore. He's doing just fine. Walk out, hit her with an E, auto attack Q. Notice I didn't use Q until she was out of my auto attack range. Hit her with an E. I literally missed my Q. That's a bummer. I was trying to hit Caitlyn to get behind them both and then land R, but since my Q missed, it forced me to use my R earlier than I would have liked. I only hit her with my R instead of both of them. Low health, low mana. I need to get red buff full heals back a lot so we won't have to reset. Yeah, and Rengar pathed away from me as well, so he can't kill me over here. Very unlikely. That being said, I am going to pull it away a little bit so I have more time to escape rather than being stuck so deep in the pit. Yeah, CC actually cancels monsters auto attack damage. That's so good, man. Just for the past, like, 2 or 3 patches, you haven't been able to cancel their autos. It's been so frustrating. Kind of just got used to it. Nice. Yeah, Rengar's top side here. He doesn't have a full item, only tier 1 boots against full item Teemo tier 2 boots. Teemo's going to kill them both. Ganking certain top laners once they are level 6 and up is a bad idea. The main ones being Mordekaiser, because he'll isolate one of you with his R and then solo you. Alawi, if you are both melee champions, Alawi will kill you both easily and be full HP. Darius, if he's fed at all. And Teemo once he's 6 and up because of his mushrooms. So much damage slows in vision. It's very hard to deal with. Typically you have to leave him alone once he's 6 and up. Especially his 2 melees. Kite you out like crazy. I have a feeling these guys are going to FF early. Hit him with a Q because he's slowed. Smite him. Kind of walk around with my tears on. He died from my red buff burn there. That's kind of interesting. Minis are putting my E on a lower cooldown. Rengar wants to get to his red buff, but I'm not going to let him. Let's pull it into the bush real quick. We almost have full jungle item. We only need a few more camps. We need 6, but we have a treat, so we only need 5. You get a treat every minute of the game. Past, I think, the first 2 minutes, something like that. So it really doesn't take too long. Nice. Hit him with a Q, E, R, and he can't move. Very nice. Surfing kill stilled a little bit. That's fine. I'm kind of low on mana, but check it out. Boom, 14 per second. I don't want to dive Zerath. He's full HP. I'd rather go for these guys. They're pretty low. Not low enough. If I had R, maybe. I don't. Yeah, already 600 damage from our Sunfire Aegis versus Rengar's 0 because he just bought it. Ashe is only 214. Teemo, who's very fed Teemo, right? And who's popping off hard, shredding a tank constantly. His first item rush has done an additional nearly 600. My first item rush, guys, has literally done more than Teemo. And he's been perma, like, applying it against Sejuani Rengar. That's what I'm saying. Sunfire's damage output's actually kind of nutty for a champion like Amumu, who's very offensively sticky with double stun dash. Very sticky indeed. Only need one more camp to finish my jungle item. Get that shield and tenacity. He lined himself up against that wall in corner, but he ended up using his flash, so we couldn't land. And this is my full jungle item right here. My last one. Go and smite that. Big shield now. Teemo going in deep. They can't deal with him. They have not a single champion who can get to him without getting blown up by shrooms. When you're playing against Teemo, 4 of the 5 players need to go oracles. And then one person just gets the blue ward so you can check barons and stuff when you think they're on it. And now we're going to end it on them super early. We could kill Soraka, but Teemo wants to back. I think the enemy's morale is getting low. They're not getting any kills. They can feel their impending doom. R is up. If they get in range, they're toasted. My CC Seraphines plus Ashe. It's a lot. Hey guys. Got her with my Ignite. Nearly killed Soraka. If she didn't have flash, she was 100% dead. Or my teammates used an ability. She has some HP items. She has a ruby. Caitlyn, you don't do much damage, do you? 93. Whew. It's gonna take her about 20 autos to kill me. We're taking their inhib super early, pre-20 minute. It's usually a bad thing because then your minions steal a lot of the gold since they're supers. They're partly given up though. Follow the Rengar down. He lined himself up against the wall, but then he dashed away. Couldn't get him. Got him with smite slow. Down he goes. I had him lined up here, but since he dashed away, we couldn't get it. Why don't they just hit the turret? It's like 2 auto attacks. Walker down. I don't have enough mana for Q, but Teemo gets the kill. Hit the turret, guys! There's no reason to try to end here. We can cut back and end in 1 minute. I don't want to give them shutdown gold. The satisfaction of killing me. I don't have any mana to actually fight them here, so not worth. I'll go ahead and pick up Jaxo now and build into Demonic. Elise gives a big juicy shutdown. Teemo is not giving it. And that is it. We'll go ahead and do a part 2 because that was pretty one-sided. I'll see you guys there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of Amumu in the jungle, being absolutely busted up against a Hecarim this time. Same rune setup with Conquer, Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand, Cheap Shot, Ultimate Hunter with attack speed, AP, and armor. We're going to start balling for the best leash possible. Starting on red buff, blue buff is irrelevant for Amumu. You want to start wherever you think would make the most sense. For example, if I started red, I think, oh, Ashe, Pike, easy lane to gank. That's fair. Or if I start blue for the better leash, and I could say, well, Jax is still pretty easy to gank, which is also true. Plus, Fjord ran Ignite. Hecarim might path into that. If he's a goofball, if he's smart, he'll just start on blue. If Hecarim doesn't start on blue, he kind of runs out of mana. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't mind pathing away from Hecarim, though. Amumu isn't particularly strong solo. You should avoid solo fights on, focus on good clears, ganks, and team fighting more than anything else. because if you don't, you'll be sad. Go and smite that. It had nearly 600 health, plus my teammate stopped leashing me. And the same thing, E max into Q max, max W last. Lux mid, I like that. Lux is extremely overtuned right now. She was already a good champion, and then a couple patches back, they gave her a huge R buff and E buff that kind of slid in under the radar. Ashe gets first blood with Pike, very nice. Must have taken a turret shot there. Fiora into Jax is a weird matchup. Very strange. If she can parry his stun, she wins it like every time. But if she doesn't, I think it's heavily Jax favored in that way. If I was the Fiora, I would have taken Grasp. Just played super poke style, super cheesy. Keep the trade short. Having to do long trades with the Jax is not fun. Not fun at all. Auto attack into the Q. Oh, he autoed me through that stun. Wow. Looks like it's still extremely inconsistent with monster behavior around them being CC'd. Go ahead and pop our potion right about now. Ideally after we finish their Krugs, but it takes a while to use the whole thing anyways, so it is what it is. We're dancing around so the little one can't hit us, minimizing the damage by a little bit, and we're good to go. So Hecarim went mid. He did a 4 camp clear, 16 CS, every camp being worth 4. Highly abnormal for a Hecarim ganking without red buff. He didn't even have the damage to pick up a kill, and now he's dead. That's why you don't gank pre-full clear on Hecarim. It's a goofball move. He's literally going to lose double scuttle to an Amumu now. In no world should Amumu get double scuttle. If he is, the enemy jungler is doing weird stuff, and you're probably going to crush him. Wait for him to react, get him to the Q, auto attack E, auto attack, ignite. He's dead. He's a goner. I waited till the barrier faded before the ignite. Rest in pepperonis, Vel'Koz. Once again, the ignite is mainly for your own protection. If the enemy jungler gets real uppity and they're showing up in your jungle, if you can tell you have enough HP to fight it and they get on top of you, you can fight it. Or you can just walk away if you can walk away. Either one's fine. But if you don't have ignite, odds are you legit just can't and shouldn't fight it. But sometimes you're in a situation where you can't get away. It's kind of the whole point of the ignite. Plus in a gank, ignite's not bad. It is a 2-minute cooldown, shorter than flash. And like you saw there, if I had flash, I still probably killed him, but take a turret shot or two. But with ignite, I didn't need to take a turret shot, and we end up getting the kill. And we got his barrier, so pretty cool. There's no need for me to reset here. I'm still high HP. The red buff's healing me a lot per second since I'm out of combat with champions. No need for me to back right now. Leave that on for a second. Let this catch up. I'll hop right over because minions couldn't see me. Getting 12 mana back per second. Kind of nasty. Nice. Fiora gets the solo kill. She hit level 6 first by crashing wave. She had wave prio and she took some kind of fight underneath turret with R advantage and was able to make it work. Very cool. We'll go ahead and get Balmy Cinder into this, into that. It's my favorite back. If you can get Balmies and Boots in your first back, it feels so good. My clear got split up there. I was running out of health and mana. This was the last camp in my clear, and I think I get level 6 off of it because I'm 2/3 of the way to level 6. So I'll head over. This wave's pushing into Fiora since she crashed it. The turret munched and munched and munched. And now Fiora can permafreeze on him with a gold spent advantage and an XP advantage as well. He is about to hit 6, but still, level 7 is better than level 6. Higher number equals more damage. Nice, level 6. 6-minute mark. Holy crap. All right. I like it. Level 6 in 6 minutes. Very good. He's dead. He's focusing on the wave. I'm going to pop him with R so I don't miss my Q. He already used his ward, so he can't escape either. Yeah, you got nowhere to go. You die now, Hecarim. Oh, please tell me he doesn't get away. Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Nice. She needs to get those minions. Get the minions, Fiora. What are you doing? Why didn't she come over here? That made no sense. We should have split that XP top. We both get the majority of the total. It's like she let me have solo golden XP on that, which made no sense. We should have split the XP. Guess because I spam pinged it, she thought I needed the gold for something. It was very strange. Got my chain vest. Very nice. Vilcaz is in trouble. Pike ruined the Luxar. That's the thing about displacement champions. A lot of the time they end up messing things up out of skill shots. Oh man. Boy, oh boy. It'd be nice if you could take blue Gromp same time. I'll show you kind of what that looks like, but you can only do it when the camp's almost dead. You just kind of stand near the edge like this. And then around the time it's basically going to die anyways, you would just queue over like this essentially. And then you'd press E, just like that. She wants me to come bot. I'm looking at the items. They're similar gold spent. Ashe and Samir have the same exact crap. Samir is not level 6, so I might be able to do something here. Yeah, hey friend. I'm gonna ignite her, smite her. She's got nowhere to go. Hit her with a Q point blank range. Auto attack E. Hit her with Q point blank range. So the Renata was missing a small chunk of HP, about 1 or 2 auto attacks worth. Made that fight easy. Plus, I was already at a level advantage and a gold spent advantage over the both of them, making that fight very straightforward. She also pulled off, so that was my rationale for all-inning it there and not being afraid to fight it. Plus, I had ignite. So basically, a slight gold spent advantage plus level advantage plus I had ignite up against a Giga Squishy. They have no R's guaranteed because they're level 5. Made sense to me to fight it, even with my R being on a cooldown. Not a big fan of taking this with how low I am. She's at Hecarim's top. She's got the Herald. Not sure why Pike wants to tank. Smited a little late. My bad. I'll head bot here. They're both 6. I need to walk up and just pound him with R. Ashe flash. Heal. I land Q on Renata. I'll let Pike get it with his R. Very nice. Could Q to the minions and smack them both with R, but Renata was lined up nicely for us there. Amumu's biggest weakness is having to try to solo the enemy jungler if they invade him, which once again, that's why you take ignite. Just in terms of counterplay there is against him. Also in terms of he can't split push, so yeah, his solo fights early on in particular are really bad, and he also can't split push late game. But ganking, full clearing, ganking, and team fighting is great for him, which is exactly what we've been doing. There hasn't been a single time this game we've gone for a solo fight. I guess you can count that Vel'Koz, but he was almost dead. We had a massive HP advantage. The only time you go in for a solo fight is if you have an incredibly sizable advantage that is real, that you can name. I can't get to him. Oh my god, he keeps getting close to the wall. I'm about to queue over, and then he just moves away from it. It's so frustrating. Lux is going to be pissed at me. She's going to be like, why aren't you going in? He kept walking almost close enough to the wall, but he wouldn't go. Oh, those two guys are bot side looking at their items. Both tier 1 boots, so they're not faster than me necessarily. She's like 2,000 gold spent. I'm kind of around there, almost. I don't have R, but I do have smite and 2 level advantage on these guys. They probably think I have my R. I see Hecarim was pathing here. I can pull off in a way. Is he going to keep pathing this way? Wars get vision for a second or two after they break. Okay, yeah, he's still coming that way. Don't know why Ashe did that. I don't even have my R up. She just trolled me so hard. That was really, really random. Especially when we saw Hecarim was bot side. Boy, oh boy. Alright, got Sunfire. We'll run plated this game in a Jack show. Wait for the cloth armor. With Ignite and Smite, I should be able to kill Samira here with this huge item advantage. I'm 1 full item. She's no full item. Sunfire has crazy damage output for Amumu. Looks like she worded that. I could Q to minions to get to them, so they'd see me. I Q to minions, and then I could Q to them, essentially. Ideally, we hit them with R And we don't have to land a rock Q on them though. Because if we have to land a rock Q, then we could miss. She's dead. Goodbye, Samira. You're literally dead. Red buff auto on the Renata. Ashe is slowing me with her autos because she got Renated. She's slowed. I land Q for free. E, down she goes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Samira couldn't block our Q with her twirling wind wall because she was stunned on my R. We hit her with our Q when she's about to come out of it. No counter play. Just Amumu things. We could die Vel'Koz here potentially. Since Hecarim had already cleared his bot side, he's probably top side right now, if I had to guess. Ashe, wait, where's she going? This is a free thing. What is she doing? I don't know what she's doing, dude. That just makes no sense to me. I did it anyways just to show her like how foolish she is, but I really don't understand what she was doing there. Very strange. Oh, I took all my camps. Feels bad. Feels bad, so sad. At least you guys got to see a deep divey Amumu play on the mid lane turret. It's usually over the Raptor wall. You can't really reach it from opposite side very well. He's getting minion blocked a bit. See how I walked him down? He's dead. Oh, fuck. I messed that up. I needed to hold on to Q. I have tier 2 boots and he doesn't have tier 2s. That makes me really sad. My biggest mistake there was, like, I didn't realize he was tier 1s at first. The fact that he was tier 1s, I literally could have just ran him down perpetually there. I had enough space. And then what you saw is when you throw out a Q, especially if you're not at super close range, it's easy for them to potentially juke it, dodge it. Lessons learned. Pick up Aegis, Control Ward. We'll head back out for Dragon. Draxel's our win con this game for sure. Also, me not dying and blowing Shutdown is as well. In team fights, as long as my teammates are behind me, I don't have to save a CC to stop Samira R necessarily. Because if I just dump all my CC on her, like stun, wait, stun, we should have enough damage to kill her as a team. But if my teammates aren't close enough, I wouldn't even go in anyways. So if you're in a situation though where the enemy's playing super safe, like Samira's like playing super deep on their backline, then yeah, you could like just hold on to your R maybe. Make sure she doesn't get off hers. I'm gonna walk up, auto attack E. I kind of wasted my smite, so go ahead and pop him with my R. He's lined up on the wall, he's lined up on the wall, he's lined up again on the wall, and I land it. Nice. She's lined up on the wall. I have tier 2 boots. We land the Q. She turned to cast an ability. Big mistake. Trying to body block her. Can't get behind her. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I mean, they got Dragon. It sucks, but as long as I don't throw Shutdown, it's whatever. Hecarim's dead. I have time to get his red buff. Cool. Very nice. I think Pyke wants it. Oh, never mind. I guess he was just trying to help. I could dive these guys here. Getting creep blocked so hard. Hey, Samira. Ashe. Slow her. She's lined up on the wall. We landed for free. Smite, ignite. Couldn't stop her R with my second Q because it was on cooldown on the charge timer. Ashe should have probably just kept running. Stopped auto attacking until she was out of Samira's R range because Samira's R is the only damage output high enough to kill Ashe there within that period of time. Hecarim's in my jungle again. He doesn't even have as much CS as me. He's doing the right build though. Like that is the Hecarim build at the moment. You get like tier rush into Shojin. He has 40 ability haste with basically infinite mana. Super nasty. I need to make sure we get these dragons though. Super important for team fighting. Amumu is not a Herald type of jungler. Herald junglers are typically dive specialist junglers like Evelynn, Elise. Evelynn, Elise, I guess even Master Yi. But junglers who can look for dives because they have a specific ability to get them out of turrets or to swap aggro are usually Herald junglers because they play off of a gold lead and snowball and end early. But dragons are just better. They nerfed heralds a while ago and they buffed dragons a while ago simultaneously, to where it threw the priority like super out of whack, to where even as an early game jungler, if you ignore heralds and take every dragon, you have 4 drags plus drag soul against the enemy team, and you're the early game champ that falls off, you'll probably still have the better late game, because dragons are that good. Like that's how far they threw the herald dragon balance out of whack, in my opinion. That being said, I am going to take it because I can take it for free here based on their positioning, how far ahead we are. Plus, there's dragon isn't up, so we're not giving up a counter objective. Ooh, we land Q into E. Get the luck shield both ways. Go ahead and lay Herald here. After you get a pick is a perfect time to lay it because they have less people to contest it. Now, granted, he didn't help, but he was giving moral support. Hey, Renati, line yourself up on the wall. ER. That's a double R. Into Q. Herald damages him and CCs him. My teammate stopped attacking him. Lux finishes it off. Very nice. And now we should be able to take inhib. Cool, cool, cool. Something I haven't mentioned specifically this game, but I've mentioned in previous Amumu videos, is whenever you land a Q on an enemy and you're by multiple of them, you want to walk for as long as you can before you are, because the person you queued is already stunned. So you might as well, it's like, let's say that's an enemy. If I queue, I keep walking, and then I press R to hit as many people as possible. Hopefully that makes sense. Because in a team fight, a lot of times when you land a Q on one of them, if you just take like a half a step, you can hit multiple instead of just immediately pressing R and wasting stun duration. We land our Q. I don't have my smite to slow him. I hit him with Q again. It misses. Flash. I'm out of mana. I got to get back in the jungle real quick to get some mana back. We are now in the jungle, 18 mana per second. I'll reset from here. Alt ping my mana. I have enough mana to go in now. I don't have my R though, plus I'm sitting on 4k gold, where I'd rather not fight. If I die, it's 1,000 gold for them, over 3 kills worth of gold. Looking at their team, they're all 1 item plus partials. We're at 2 items and major partials, like over 2.5 items right now. Tier 2 boots, everyone's really tier 2 boots right now except for Jax and Ash for some reason. Getting tier 2 boots later than your first full item in partials is kind of late. Kind of late indeed. Boom, land the Q into E. Time to take dragon. They're all dead. They lost top inhib. It's time for us to... We could just take Baron and force an end, probably. Only 1 turret. We could die them onto that 5v5 with my Amumu R. They don't have the items to clear these fast at all. Just like with 2 champions, it takes them 7 seconds. Boom. If Fiora had TP, she should... I mean, if she can solo Jax, I guess she should split push regardless, but I think we win the team fight pretty easily. If when Vel'Koz stands still to R, I can throw him out of it with my Q. And Samira has to get up close and personal with her R. And I can smack her with my R, Jax, and Hecarim all at the same time. So they don't have very good damage output, because all of their damage output I can stop consistently. Seems like Renata's trying to mess with this area. Wow, that's a really good smite. I smited 100 HP early. Hit her with my Q. Kind of went through her CC there. Amumu Q can't be stopped very easily. They have to use a displacement. Down she goes. Walk her down. She sees how she's juking. I should have thrown out a Q there since I was going to be hard CC'd. Line yourself up on wall. I missed because I'm too far away. Ooh. She's got nowhere to go. Boom. Q into E. Q, E auto. Jax isn't getting close enough. Oh, he ran away. That honestly should be GG's. Let me buff up that minion real quick. Make it 3 times harder to kill. Gonna hold on to my R, walk him down, boom, RE auto, Q him as he's coming out, Q him again, and that's GG's. Well played. Amumu jungle, super nutty right now. He's definitely pick or ban if you're playing Iron through Platinum. Let's take a look at damage dealt, damage taken. Looking at damage dealt enemy champions, as tank Amumu jungle, we had more damage dealt than anyone on the enemy team. It just goes to show how much damage Amumu can stop the enemy team from dealing with his heavy CC. In conjunction with them nerfing the tenacity rune, it's hard for them to get out of your triple stuns. For damage taken, we took the most on our team, not quite the most in the game. For self-mitigated, we self-mitigated the most because we had a lot of armor magic resist, very nice. And for runes, really good value. Amumu jungle is amazing, Iron through Platinum. Once you're into high diamond, I think you'll find he's kind of poop. On top of that, historically, whenever Amumu is a top 10 jungler, he's typically nerfed within, at minimum, like he only has 2 weeks to basically a month. So enjoy it while it lasts, guys. It's a lot of fun. Love the champion, and best of luck to you.